What's up, team Tits and Pips? This past 2 weeks has been absolutely incredible. You guys really gonna learn a lot in this video here today. It's been the past 2 weeks. I've recently switched over to the London session. As you can notice, it's been very dark in the past videos in the background here, so I got this flood lighting. It's a little bit not super nice, but that is treating me absolutely incredibly, using my trading strategy that is largely to do with revolving around the liquidity in the market and momentum shifts, and basically trading like a bank where we're hunting other people's stop losses. This strategy is so damn good at the London session, I didn't even realize it. I'm getting twice as many trades in, and I'm getting a much higher win rate. So I think I got to stick to the London session. As much as it makes me depressed for never seeing the sun and never talking to my friends, it doesn't matter because we're getting rich. Let's jump into it. So just to clue you guys in, we've been doing this 100K flip challenge for almost 2 months now, and we're going on to our 3rd month here coming up, and that's going to be December. And we have flipped nearly, in the past, I think we were around 20K, 22K, something like this, after the 100K original balance. And each 2 weeks I've been posting a video, and we keep going up every 2 weeks. I had 1 or 2 losing weeks, but each time we have actually gone up. And this past 2 weeks has been great. So we're going to show you that. And this last week that I just pulled was actually a perfect week, meaning that I made money every single day in the market of this week. I think I had 1 losing trade, and I had a lot of ideas that I didn't actually take, but I had expressed to the signal group there, and I was going to enter, but then I said, hey, this looks a little bit weird, so I'm not going to enter now, or I went off to bed or something like this, because it was super early in the morning and I was just tired. So mostly everything has been right. The win rate has been unbelievable. So let's check out those trades now, and then I'm going to show you all the stats and the final results at the end. All right, guys, good morning. We took a UCAD short here. We're just targeting this liquidity area that we're going to be able to get a bounce off of. We also took during the London session here, because we are now trading the London session because I'm doing all-nighters here. We took a short as well after we saw this retest here, sweeps of those highs. Let's just put this on the 1 minute here, so you can see we took a short here after we saw those sweeps above these highs. And in the breakdown, we took a short on the retest, and then again targeted these lows right down here. We were able to hit those lows in the London session for a nice, let's just look at the trade here. I think it was roughly about this, stop above there, there, about 4 hour trade there on that one. And then UCAD we're going to be running here. We want to get a long off of this level. We're going to be looking for a sweep below here, below all that range, and then we're going to be longing it because we do want to see this higher time frame low that we got eaten up, and then rally. That's a strong momentum move, most likely just going to break below this low, retest this order block right here, and then we're going to rally out of it. So let's just draw that order block out here, and we can see it goes right to there. Most likely that's where we're going to be picking up the order. We just got to check it out when it does actually happen. All right, guys, so UCAD came down to what we were looking for. This level, we were looking for a little bounce off of there. It's now Asia session. We skipped the New York here, so I'm now sleeping in the New York session right around here. So we didn't actually get to catch that move there. But now that Tokyo is opening, I would like to see a pullback. If we can get a pullback, I would love to make some sort of trade that looks like this, with the stop below that guy, and then our targets, maybe a higher time frame, we can target up here. It'll be a little bit longer term, probably be this week-long trade. If we can get this, that'd be great. I might enter like half earlier and then half later, just to make sure that we get in. Euro also rejecting exactly where we wanted to. We wanted to reject around that area. I do think that we're actually going to be coming back up to kind of retest these Monday highs here, going into the Wednesday open here. I think we're going to come back here, and then we're going to look for a short in this area. So we might be able to catch a long up and then a short back down. That'd be really nice for us. So I'm just looking for the Asia session to print out something a little bit more powerful, and then we can ride this back up. So as you guys can see, we entered a long, simply looking to enter on this retest here because we had already touched that high right there. I wasn't sure how deep we were going to go here, so I just wanted to look for any liquidity grab there, but it makes a lot of sense. This was actually what I was looking for, that level there, or a little bit deeper into a deeper fib here to be a little bit greedier, but this is a perfectly fine entry. A secondary entry would have been right here at that level. So I do expect this to start rebounding right now. Let's kind of look at how it's going on the 1 minute. And it does look like this move is possibly going to be a V bottom here. You're seeing, multiple slowly coming down, and then we've just touched that level. So it does look like it's possible here, but nothing major really popping out yet. Once we close above this, then it's going to be great reversal action. So the UCAD long, we took our first take profit right at this gap right here on the 5 minute, and it seems to be perfectly reversing there. So we might actually close the whole trade here. I think we might actually close it right now, all at 1 hour roughly. That's perfectly fine for me. Maybe we'll leave like 10% running just for fun. Way up here, we might look for another entry though. Yeah, so guys, we actually did close out most of this trade, but it's currently sitting around 2 hour, 1.5 hour, something like this. It does look like it's actually going to end up being able to hit that target. We're just going to have to watch this level right here, see if it sweeps below there. But it's just going to be a runner. Best case scenario, we get a few extra points on our R here, but we closed out mostly everything at 1 hour. Just let it run a little bit further, and we'll close it out pretty soon here. We've also gone ahead and placed a long pending order here. See if it actually plays out. It does look like we might actually get left in the dust here. Reason being is higher time frame. We're seeing lots of these lows and previous demand zone here, lots of equal lows. And then all we've done is we've just broken down into that, coming into the New York session here, really rallying up strong here really nicely. And then we just want to bounce on this retest and then rally back up here. This is going to be our first target, right? Equal highs, and then a supply zone here on the higher time frame. That's going to be our final target. Right on, guys. This trade we just took here, we're looking at what happened here. I could have gotten an even better entry now that I'm looking at this. So there's always mistakes you could make, but we got the bias right here. What we're looking at, higher time frame, what's happening is we saw these lows be swept in the momentum shift. This is simply a retrace. You want to throw your fib on there, you can, to see roughly where it's going to hit down to, but we're simply just looking at this order block here. Bounced off that order block on the retest, and then we started rallying back up. I was looking for a long coming in today. We're in the Asia session. We see very clear sweeps of those lows, retest this order block, simply the same thing happening there, and then a rally. So what I did, I was dumb enough to enter right on this one here, but we could have waited for this low time frame, this way down here retest. That would have been better. Or even just this breaker block right here would have been really nice for us to enter on. But we didn't get that because that would have completely doubled our profits here. What I've just done is I've locked in half the trade here at 1.5 R, and we're letting the rest run to be 50% on here, and then the last 25% here. So 25, 25, 50. And this will be a total of, if we hit this, I think after everything, it'll be a total of 3 or 4 hours, something like that. Looking at EG here, we were able to hit a take profit. We are letting the rest run all the way back up to here, right around that area. We have a little bit running, only about 25% left here because I did close it out right before the end of the day. So we're doing very, very nice so far this week with the few trades we've made. Aside, I have actually taken a loss on EU here. This was the one loser here today. I did this last night on the London session, and you guys will see that we actually saw what I believed was a sweeping of these lows. I looked for a long there and then just got stopped out super quickly. So I didn't record a clip on that earlier, but that was our loser. And so, we do get some losers here still, but we're getting better. Honestly, I'm so happy with my own personal trading. We are getting so damn good at trading. I am blown away. I'm surprised. I didn't expect that I could get this good, and we're just getting better and better. And the market understanding is so much more clear now than it was even at the beginning of the year. And even at the beginning of the year, I was profitable already. So I'm excited to see how this is going to evolve. 5 years down the road from now, how am I going to be able to look at the markets here? And I've only been doing it for a couple of years, guys. So that's going to be really, really exciting. Hopefully you guys are getting some good trades in this week as well, and taking something similar. Let me know in the comment section down below if you took any of these trades. So guys, I've just decided to close out UJ here, UCAD here, just because of the 1 hour close going on right there above these highs. We pretty much got to our target there anyways, so it's not a big deal that we closed a little bit early. We just don't want to lose all that position there. So that's really, really nice. EG still running, nice and smooth here. We have 25% left on this position. We took 75% off right here because we wanted to close it off before the end of the Wednesday shift there. All right, guys, I did take one trade here. It was wrong, and it was so quickly wrong that I didn't even record it because we basically entered and then I was immediately wrong. What we're seeing here is a demand zone that a lot of people were buying up, but then they were stopped out, and then the rally came back nice and quick. So that reaction right there on the higher time frame, we see the candles really wicking back below. That reaction told me that I wanted to get in on this retest of this order block here. I saw a pull back into the bulls direction here, and then I quickly entered, and we were wrong quite clearly. The one thing I do want to point out is we made a bunch of equal highs here. This was actually beautiful. This was actually going to be my first target right up here, and we were going to be able to kind of just go about like this and target those highs right there as a first trade, and then the second target would have been up here. But we were wrong, so that's lose right there. So I think for the week so far, I think we're almost ending off here. I'm sitting at about 1 R, something like that. Nothing too crazy. So hopefully we can just get a little bit more. If not, then I'm perfectly fine ending the week, roughly break even. Guys, I literally always forget to talk about before entering the position, but just so you guys know, we have entered the position here. You can see the absolute perfect zero drawdown essentially, and then we're just rallying up here. You can see that yesterday we saw a massive rally coming out of the euro. We saw some bottoming action here. Also, we have a big ol' uptrend here, so this is all indicative of this really being a strong confluence area for us to be jumping in on. Now, the reason I took the entry here, I was watching the 5 minute, and I just wanted to retest this order block down here, this initial liftoff point on the 1 hour. We looked like there's some untested areas, looked like we could be sweeping these lows. So this is a fib area too, that just fit really nicely. Everything worked out perfectly. So what we did is we waited, and then I actually looked at the computer right around this time right here, and it was just a coincidence. And I said, hey, that's a good entry. Let's just give it a little bit of room in case it does drop all the way back down to this untested liftoff initiation point there. So that's the room. But in reality, we didn't need to give it that much room. But we're a little bit safer here. So we're shooting for, about 9 R here total. First profit targets are going to be at this level here. We might take some off a little bit early here because we are just in massive profit already, sitting at about 2 R, I think. But we'd like to look for the 8 or 9 R as the final goal way up here, because that's originally where we came off from. Right, so we're just closing out some of this trade here. We've seen equal highs being made with this high and this high, and then we've just gone past, and I got a little bit nervous here watching the 1 minute, a little bit of a breakdown just afterwards, so we might see that continue down. So I just wanted to lock in some of those profits. The stop has been moved forward to profit right here, right at 23.9 area. We might even want to move it up even further, just because then we can lock in a lot of these profits if it does come crashing down. So I would like to do that pretty soon. Maybe put it just below this level here or something. We're not completely sure though. We've left most of our profit taking to be here. So we're going to do 25, we're going to do 50, and we're going to do 25 again. You can see on the higher time frame there. Just we're going to let it run over the New York session here, and we're sitting pretty here. Now for the week, I think we're locked in at officially 2R now, and we have 75% of this running, so we could get, you know, all the way up to 50% at 5, so another 2.5R, and then another 25% at 8R, so another 2R, so we could get another, you know, 4R out of this week, and be sitting at around 6R, which would be very, very nice. So we'll see. This looks very promising. I think the best chance is for the reversal to be right here though, as you're seeing multiple highs here being made. Really high chance that there's a reversal there. All right, guys, so I had taken off a total of 50% right at this level. The other 50% got stopped out right below here. Reason I put the stop there is actually because there was a nice little tiny sweep right here, and it was retesting that area. So I believe this is very, very likely for it to come all the way back down here. And I just don't want to take the risk of losing all that profit. So we might wait for another entry coming into next week. But I think I'm done for the week. And that's a pretty good week. Finished off 2R there on that one, and right here 3R. So we had 1 plus 1.5, 2.5R on that trade. Got a trade here early on. Let me get some lights on here a little bit better. You can see just the explanation, what we're looking for here. Put this on the lower time frame here. We have some liquidity obviously being hunted right there. So I just got a nice decent pullback on that trade, and let's see how it goes here. You can see how accurate that entry is. You know, we're basically getting sniper entries every single time, and when we're wrong immediately. This looks like we probably won't be wrong. I'm going to be putting my stop at break even pretty damn soon. I can probably pull it up. Probably pull it up to right around here already right now, and then just risk a quarter of an R now, and then we're good. Guys, we took another long here today on Tuesday. London Open starting right about now, and what we saw here was I was looking at the highs here not quite being touched, right? This is where we wanted to get to last week. We're still not quite getting there, right? So it rejected off. We again didn't hit there. So I think what we're going to be doing is we're going to be targeting these highs, the Monday high in this session, and then maybe going a little bit deeper. So that's why I got that little number 2 right there. That's what I'm going to be targeting for my second take profit, my first take profit right there. Hopefully we can get a nice little go here. What I've done is after I've seen this reversal, obviously in my opinion, a stop hunt right here for these lows, and also we are nicely lining up with that demand previously. This looked great for us, so we did just barely miss it on the first little go, but I thought we would pull back, and we did. We got a nice pullback right here back into this area after we started lifting off, and I just gave it a lot of room here. You know, we could have been crazy. We could have said right here, because we did actually hunt that low right there, we could have been absolutely crazy, but I wanted to be safe and go something like that. So let's see how this works. Yeah, nice and quick there on that one. What I was actually hoping for is after I saw this hunt here and the reversal, I was hoping that it could get a little bounce there, and then we could get out at break even or a slight profit, but it just completely dumped. So move on to the next one. We're trying another setup here, basically immediately after what we saw on the euro. Was it actually looks like it's a really clean sweep here On the 5 minute, we're actually just kind of hunting those stops once again. Euro NZD, we've been kind of looking at this all week so far. I guess it's only 2 days into the week, but we are seeing sweeps here. Manipulation coming in a London session. It looks really good for some bullish action. We're just going to try to hunt these tops and then get in and out really quickly and before the reversal. All right, guys, we absolutely smashed that one. Boom, 3R, nice and easy. It came back down, gave me a little bit of a scare here because there was a big drop there on the 1 minute, but then we rallied up. It gave us another entry if we did happen to miss that first time, but I don't do that. Looks like it might be coming back down here now that we've kind of gone above these highs. So I got in and out nice and quick. 3R. We made loss of 1R going into the very start of the open, and then I made an extra 3R here. So we're sitting at 2R. I think for the week I'm sitting at just under 3R. So managing to really get a lot of trades in. I just took profit on this guy right here. We were talking about this on stream. It is November 17th. We talked about this on stream. If you want to watch that stream about why we were going to enter this, the final take profit is going to be right around here. I just took 25% off. I'm going to take another 50% right around here, and then the last 25% right there. Let's get rid of this. We don't really need that there. But you can see a higher time frame. We've just hunted that liquidity and it's rallying off. So I literally got the exact entry right here, pretty much, and then we're really blasting off. Just move the stops to break even, so we locked in a little bit of profit there. So we are sitting at something nice right now so far for the week. I think we're sitting about 3R plus a little bit here now that we've locked that in. If we do hit this all, that'll be a nice an extra 2R. I think we're going to take some more profit pretty dang soon right here. Probably I'm just going to take profit along the way on this one because this was a scalp and I got a little bit nervous here. I'll take 25 here, 25 here, 25 there. Might as well just take it right now. And we'll move the stop up even further, maybe about there. Looks good. All right, guys, so we closed out 50% before it got stopped out right here. So I think total here we got just under 1R after everything locked in. All right, guys, this trade's going on along super nicely. I'm tempted to take off about half here. We just kind of made equal highs, so I think it's going to come up again. But I do think that we're going to come up all the way here. We've already taken off the first take profit right here, so we got one more take profit way up here at at what is this? 7.2R or something like that. So this is going along quite nice. All right, guys, so what I've just done is I've taken off 50% of that second take profit right here at 4R. So that's that's only 1R locked because it's 50% of half of the trade. What I've just drawn out here is I've just looked at the trade results so far here. We still have some running. So the original trade was this 670, I believe. This was the original trade, this first one here, where I took the one take profit, and then it went back to break even, and it was just slightly behind break even that the second one got stopped out, so negative 200 on that one. And then we've taken this first take profit and then that second take profit there. So let's just add these up so far, and we've got, let's do this again here. So we got 1366 plus 677 plus 650 and then minus 207. So we're sitting at almost 2500, and we're going to let the rest run. That I have a stop placed right around here, or we'll hit that final 7R, or we'll hit 2R. So it'll be either half R locked or 2R locked basically. All right, guys, we're currently rocking the week here with our trades, doing super well. I've just taken a UCAD long here. We'll see how that goes. Multiple highs. This is going to get hunted. It's just a matter of whether or not we get hunted right here. I've given a little bit of room just in case, but we are really rallying back up here. So it does look like this is going to be a shift in momentum there. We just drop it down to the 1 minute. I see that this was a questionable bounce, so I've just entered immediately here. It might go a little bit lower and then rally up here. I just wanted to get in because I wasn't sure. Just looking at the chart, I literally looked at it right now. I wasn't sure if this is the actual bounce or if it's going to come down one lower. So it does look really good here. This looks like a great trade. Confirming our biases if they're from yesterday. We were trading UCAD. We got a really, really nice couple grand there on a couple trades. And then it just came down, swept one more, and started rallying back up. So this looks great to continue that same logic that we had before. We might even let our runner go up here for like a last 10% or something like this, because that would be unbelievable if we can hit it at 10R. Jesus, we're having a good week. Look at that trade right there. Half off on these highs. Other half we took off just as that candle closed. I got a little bit anxious. I still think it's probably going to hit, but we hit 3.7R on that trade. Week total so far, we're over 7R. It's a good week. Definitely, for sure, that's a really good week. Let's move on. All right, guys. Final day of the past 2 weeks here of trading, of this challenge. And we've just been completely killing it. This whole challenge, just everything from the beginning, we've been doing so well. This week has been my best week, personally, I believe. And we're just entering up a Aussie short here. We've swept these highs. There's some resting supply right here, so I've waited for a nice pullback so we can get a good 4R on this trade. And I've just thrown the stop just behind that supply level, just in case we come up for another wick. Because it does look like there could be a wick up here, simply because there's a double top. I'm thinking that might get hunted. Ignore this fib there, but we just retested that top, took a short, and then we're going to be taking profit right here as our first take profit. Second one way down here. Let's see how she goes. Cool, yeah, we're just about to close this actually. We're just sweeping below these lows. I just want to make sure the 5 minute closes above. And then, we got 2 minutes left here. If it closes right here, then I'm just going to close TP1, move the stops forward. If not, then I'll let it run here. So this is officially going to be a perfect week in that I profited every single day. I believe I got maybe one trade wrong. One idea. There was a lot of trades that I didn't actually end up taking, but I also was calling out in my signal group there what I wanted to take. I just didn't end up taking them, and those were all right too. It's really, really well done. I'm super proud of how everything happened. So we're just gonna wait another 1 minute here and see how this closes. But it's either gonna be one or 2R-ish roughly. And then we'll let the rest run. Right, guys, so just decided to close out the trade. Not the best place to put the stop for pulling it to break even, but that's just what I've decided to do for this week. Honestly, it probably would have been better to put the stop here because we literally probably just got stopped out and it's going to reverse now the other way. But that's the way it goes. I think this week I'm locking in around 8R. So that is really nice. Let's look at the stats. So final results here, guys. I'm just going to show you the screen cap here. This is that real account. That's my name. And you guys can see, it's not some screenshot, something like this. And that is the final balance there. So we are just barely under a 30% profit in less than 2 months. We're averaging 15% a month trading the 1%-ish per trade. So we're doing super well. That's about 15R, something like that. I think this week I had locked in just barely under 8R just this week alone. So November is gonna do incredible for me. The end of October, I had figured out that I had gotten less than I got this week. I would think it was something like 7.5R, and this week I made more than that. So we're doing very well. We're only in the middle of November right now. So let's see what's actually going to happen next week. And let's look at the data right now so we can see how Edgewonk actually took the trades, so that you guys can see how more accurately everything worked out, win percentage, things like that for this week. All right, so just pulling over the Edgewonk here, guys. And if you want to use this program, it helps you track and keep better stats of your trades. I use it specifically to help me track my traders in the Signal group. If you want to join the Signal group, you can, link in the description. But these are my trades for the week, this specific week. So you can see, I think the only loser was, okay, no, we had two losers here. Euro at the start of the week. Other than that, all winners, I think. No, okay, I took this trade as well. Okay. I guess it's not. I thought I had a fewer losers. This was stopped at break even essentially, but that was, still a winning trade overall. Oh, maybe this was all the same trade, wasn't it? No, these are two different trades. Okay, yeah. So you can see we actually gained quite a bit here over the week. The sum total was around $600. On this is a demo account. It's a $10,000 demo account that it's trading on, and so that's right around 6R, but then there's obviously commissions and whatnot, so we made just a little bit less than 8R in all. Listen.